Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Hope you guys are having a blast out there. Anyway, let's get straight into today's results. It's hex.com and you know what I always say, let's go. And of course here we got 729, that's day 729 in the Hex journey. The 30th of November 2021, that's the 24-hour snapshot folks. And of course the last day of November, meaning that we've got the 1st and 2nd of December coming up, and of course the 2nd December is the Hex, the 731 gathering, the second birthday of Hex, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into the results today. 17.1 cents, down 6.5% on yesterday, but still higher than 3 days ago, so 727, so that's something. And just sitting in the range, but we're going to look at the price a bit later in the video. So we'll check that out. Return on investment multiplier from all-time low, which is the 5th of January 2020, 3,031. Hex payout, another good day, 5.857. As I always say, stake it to make it. And a T-share price, $3,354. So definitely cheaper to pick up T-shares. So if you're looking to get this beautiful Hex payout, and look at how it's been glorious over the last 10 to 15 days in particular. It's great any day, but particularly great the last 10, 15 days. Awesome, and that's nothing's going to change with that. So it's going to keep going up, up, up. T-share rate 90,601. Up 6.2, and that's heading towards 20,000. It's getting more expensive to get T-shares on the share rate part. Remember, the T-share price is dependent on the T-share rate and the Hex price. So that's what makes that T-share price go up over time. So this is going up to the right, and that's just going to push that T-share price up over time, especially when the Hex price pumps. All right, so let's have a look at average stake length, 5.84 years, so up. Yeah, up, and the same as 10 days ago on day 720. Annual percentage yield rate, that's interest plus early in-stake penalties, is 37.52. Another good day in the office. And let's have a look at liquidity. Liquidity, obviously, with the price decrease, is up 100, is up to 156,290,000 Hex, and obviously that's up about just under 5 million there. Liquidity pool is $26,651 US and 909 Ethereum. And total value locked 10.63 billion, and the market cap, including the Origin wallet, is 98.3 billion. T-share market cap, which is actually my favorite one, 36.55 billion, is a 10, and there's 10,897,234 T-shares, and that's up 3,870. So welcome to the new stakers there. Nice. All right, let's have a look at total supply. 636.6 billion, 6 million minted inflation today. That's the lowest in the last 10 days. So that's probably a good thing in some sense. Circulating supply, 574.5 billion. Most of that's the Origin wallet as well. And we're going to talk about that in a second with the stakes coming up on the 1st and 2nd already. Change in circulating supply, 93.2 million. Quite a big day, second biggest day in the last 10 days. So a big increase in circulating supply. That was to be expected, of course, with the stakes, all the stakes coming up. Stake supply as well, 62.1 billion. That's actually down 87 million, and that's what we expect to with our last couple of big candles coming out. Staked, let's move past the GA numbers. Stake percentage of coins, 9.76%, and the payout Hex is 63.8 million. Hex is paid to stakers, very cool. And don't forget that only gets comes into market once the stakes mature. Penalties, 900,000. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this beautiful penalties. Oh my goodness. Let's go back another 10 days. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So definitely about 15 days of particularly great penalties, and loving it. And it's going to continue while we've still got these big candles coming out during the year. So nice. All right. So total holders, 387,614, and a change in total holders, 298. Current stakers, 71,609. Change in stakers, 47. Total stakers, 89,261, up 96. And current holders, 270,173 is increase in current holders. That is the results today, folks. Not bad for stakers. I mean, every day is good for stakers. That's pretty cool. And of course, the Hex price. Let's go to that to see what's happening with this. Now moving into real-time prices. Let's get rid of all the lines, and we can see that the price is currently 17.25 cents, and it seems to be just moving sideways at the moment. So we've got a double bottom in here. and hopefully we'll get that V at this asymmetric, the V, sorry, the W, sorry, you know, being symmetric, being this way like that, and then in there, but it's off to the left a little, it's a bit skewed, but definitely consolidating here. It's looking very good to me, and hopefully we'll get some volume coming into this. Obviously, it's only part way through the day. Nice. It's sort of halfway between the average and the middle of the Bollinger Bands. The 100-day rolling average price at the moment is 20.4 cents. So onwards and upwards to meet that point as well. And that's the middle of the Bollinger Bands too. Pretty cool. Let's have a quick look with the actual, put the lines back on, and hopefully we'll get this move up into this triangle and get above the short-term bullish breakout line. It's also bouncing off this long-term linear support line. So hopefully it will just keep, it looks good, pretty good at the moment actually. It will just keep sort of ramping up that way. And once it breaks out of this short-term bullish breakout line, off to the races. So the other big thing, of course, is that we've got, well, it's the first here on my dates, obviously in the future here, and the second is the big Hex party. So, and I imagine there's going to be a couple of big announcements there. I did see Funding Jim allude to the fact that there'll be some big announcements queuing up at this launch. So I think it's going to be pretty bullish there. Potentially a big money too coming into the space for Hex. So nice. I've been alluding to that many times, so that's looking really good. So we'll watch that over the next couple of days and wait for that and the big announcements that might come out of the big second birthday party as well. All right, so cool. Let's jump over to I think I've jumped away from here. So I think I've missed one of my usual updates here. So unfortunately, we're going to have to miss out on that. But here is the stakes coming out in the next 4 months, and of course we've got the first and second, and we've got 617 million Hex, that's 41,000 T shares, and then 957 million Hex, and that's 127,000 T shares. That's cumulative, by the way, that's adding those up together. Wow, okay. And then we've got, relatively small candles. I mean, there's still quite a bit of Hex in there, but relatively small candles. And then we've got this last big one, 17th, and then the final one on the 1st of January. Now in here, of course, we've got big Origin wallet ones. So we'll check that out. Here they are here. So this is the account just for the Origin wallets up here. And you can see 67 million and 232 million. So 43,500 T-shares. They've already had about, I think it was 7. I can't remember the exact number. I think it was about 7, or maybe even 8. Was it 8? Maybe it was 10. It was somewhere between 7 and 10 stakes were coming out. They've already come out. So, but that looks like they haven't been withdrawn yet. So we can go to the address here. This is actual address, and you can see the stakes or start stakes, but nothing's come out from the looks of it. We expect some from the 00 address, but it doesn't seem to be a case at the moment. So they could just be sitting there waiting to be dealt with. Either they can do accounting, the accounting one, or they can actually withdraw it, which I think they will withdraw it. And then it's going to be interesting what they do. I imagine there's going to be another stake pushed out another 10 years. So that seems what the Origin wallet doesn't seem to have staked longer than 10 years. So hopefully they'll probably just do another 10-year stake is my guess. But we're waiting to see exactly what the Origin wallet does, because these stakes have been there for 2 years since the beginning. So we're waiting for to see the behavior of the Origin wallet from this. Pretty interesting stuff. All right, so let's jump on here. Let's jump over to the Hex whale, see what's been going on in the last 24 hours. And we've got 2 million that was sold 22 hours ago. We had a 415,000 come roll out of a state after 27 days. So that's one of those short-term ones. What else we got going on here? Another 52 million Hex rolled out after 68 days. 2 million Hex end stake after 144 days. What's this? Those late end stakes started to tweet because of bot update. Carry on. So 1.7 million Hex just sold on Uniswap 4 hours ago. So that's what's been happening on there at the moment on Hex Whalebot. All right, so let's jump over to PulseChain. Hopefully you enjoyed that Hex update. Let's go to PulseChain. Obviously, PulseChain is still moving along. We're waiting for PulseChain testnet 2.0. Did think that it might occur today. We've got the actual PulseChain testnet on GitLab, and you can see that we had an update 20 hours ago.
That was just on the Ethernet server. So we're waiting. There's been lots of updates in the last week, but no launch yet. Now the PulseChain server was off yesterday. Thought that might allude to an imminent launch, but PulseChain testnet 1.0 is still back up. Must have been just a server maintenance or something like that. And so it's back up. So still waiting for PulseChain 2.0. Richard did say, probably, likely, one of those two words for this week. So we've still got that in the time frame. So let's quickly check. We'll check the roadmap here. We've still got this little window here. So it's closed. This window is closed down. So now I've pushed out the window into the middle of December, as I did yesterday. So we've got the red line here is the Hex birthday. We're waiting for that to happen. So that's only a day, 2 days away. And so the Windows hopefully will have PulseChain testnet 2.0 on or before that time. It may get announced just after that time, so we'll wait to see exactly when it is. But this week seems still in play based on Richard's supportive comment about that. All right, let's have a look at the where we're going here. Let's have a look at the PulseChain rate at the moment for sacrifice. Day 139, 14 points per dollar. So that's the rate at the moment. Let's get the old calculator out. And $1 divided by 14. That is 7.14 cents. So that's the price now for one pulse point. Or you get 10,000 pulse points for $690.82. So there we are. That's the rate. Hopefully that helps you. It's probably better just to sacrifice for pulse swap when it comes up. It's going to be a few weeks before PulseChain mainnet when that does occur. So yeah, that's the way it's going to be. And here's the roadmap ahead. So we've got the big birthday on the 2nd. It's not far away now. And of course, Richard's in London. Just did a video, live, big video for about an hour. I did watch it, and the only thing that was extra information was around the pulse swap name, and saying that he thought that he actually owned it, I think, or that he had it, and it turned out that he didn't. So that's why he said this probably won't be called pulse swap after he double checked that. So we'll wait for a new name, I guess. So very cool. We will find out. Anyway, so nothing's changed really with the time frame. Still in play, but this delayed testnet, if it does get delayed, then we could probably reasonably start to push this PulseChain mainnet period over to the right a little bit again. But we will know more hopefully by the Hex gathering. That should give us some more information. Hex scale, of course, waiting for that. Pretty big, and I think there's going to be other big players we might get out of the 731 gathering based on Funding Jim's comments yesterday on Discord Syndicate. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Definitely hit the bell, and I will catch you in the next one. And I love your comments. Get into your comments, and one or two people have helped with a couple of issues in the videos. I have responded to those, so really cool. And onwards and upwards. So take care. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.